What is your favorite story about Miss Haskell?
Miss Liz, wow.
Did you know Liz was the Rosa Parks of the Boblo boat?
And then there was the Action House.
Come on over to the Action House. Come on over where the action is.
She said, oh no, we're gonna fight this. And she did, and she won.
Liz stood out amongst everybody.
When you say she stood out, what?
Well, just riding her bike, she was a very tall woman. She wore afro. She was just, she was like, if it was a party she was going to, she'd be the person everybody would turn to when she walked into the door. She knew pretty much everybody, and everybody knew her. Her house was painted yellow, red, black, and green. And I think that's what attracted me to that house, the odd colors. That's my earliest recollection of Liz. She would have, particularly with my parents, I would say they would be called porch meetings, where she and Ray and my dad and mom, they would be on the porch talking about situations or events of the day. And this would happen 2-3 times a week. There were moments when the conversations were tense based on what was happening in the neighborhood, but she and her husband were definitely parts of the neighborhood. They were very integral parts of the neighborhood.
Did you ever get a chance to meet her husband?
Oh, sure. I remember standing in front of the Action House. I said, Ray, what are you going to do with this building? We're going to make it a community center. He says, oh, okay. I said, well, what are you going to do to it? So he explained the build out. And he says, well, we're going to raise the roof too. I says, you're going to do what? Raise the roof? Because we're standing up there. He says, yeah, we're going to raise it. We're going to take that floor off and raise it another floor. I says, really? And then we're going to live there. He says, you're going to live there too? What about, we really got into a conversation about it. And he says, well, we're going to buy the house around the corner from it too. I said, but there's somebody living there right now. He says, we know that, but that's where we're going to move to. So he was a colorful figure as well.
So do you remember any stories of like vandalism or burglaries at the Action House?
There was a moment in time when there was a little bit of feuding between the Action House and its established area. And the Action House had these boundaries, street boundaries, which was the area in which Liz worked within. There was federal money coming in, and there was a faction further east that didn't want her to go beyond a certain a boundary, and they wanted her not to claim that as her community because of the fact that they wanted Liz to just disappear because of the money that was coming in. It got to be a tough neighborhood,
Yeah.
That's when things really started to change. She was just an everyday fixture in the neighborhood. It was like she was supposed to be there. Okay. She was supposed to be doing whatever it was she's supposed to be doing, and we just took it as part of the deal, We didn't think it was anything special, but it was something special, So we just saw her as, oh, that's Liz. Yeah, she's riding a bike and she's taking care of business, So that's how we saw it.